everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Afton and I'm Monty's Tarot Child. Welcome to your 2022 predictions. I'm gonna just get right into the video. I have 4 piles picked out for you here. I'd love for you to take a moment to pause and meditate on which of these 4 piles will most accurately and energetically read the year of 2022 for you, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. You chose this beautiful crystal that is actually really heavy, really beautiful, and connected with you energetically. I'm going to just put it to the side right here. Hopefully you can still see its energy and connect with it. But I wanted to look at a lot of different energies that will be surrounding us in the year 2022. So I started off by looking at some blessings that are coming your way and to look at a challenge that may be a challenge or an obstacle that may be blocking you from these blessings. So I'm going to just start there and then we're going to get into the rest of the cards. So for the blessings that are coming your way, you are going to be shown the risk to avoid in 2022, and you're also going to be shown the devil's advocate. Okay, so automatically what this feels like to me is like you are going to actually be faced with a choice in the year of 2022, something that, or maybe it's like quite a few different options is what it feels like to me. You have quite a few different choices. And we're going to look deeply into what those choices may be for you. In the year 2022, one of them, or a certain area of them, this feels very specific, there's a risk that you are being shown to avoid. But then there's also this devil's advocate here, on the other hand, showing you a different perspective to something else. So you have 2 blessings, one coming in as something to avoid, something that you will be redirected away from, and something that may be unexpected that is showing up in regards to something that you avoided. So it's like you avoid this situation in order to receive this situation. Both of them are coming up as blessings though. This one is more like a blessing in disguise, and so is this one. They're both blessings in disguise. One for a lesson to learn in situations, and one for showing you something unexpectedly, showing you options that you unexpectedly didn't know that you had, or were options, or were viable options. Take what resonates. I'm going to look now at the obstacle that may be keeping you from both of these things happening, and what may be redirecting you. Wow. So the obstacle is a positive development. Okay. Wow. Okay. So I wasn't expecting this when searching for your energy, pile number 1. These 2 flew out, no problem. The positive development was something that it was a bit slower to be shown to me. And so you're going to be shown a positive development that is happening in your life in 2022. Again, you didn't take the route that you were expecting to take, but you still ended up at a very positive outcome. A positive beginning is what the development feels like. It's a beginning, it's not an end. And this is the obstacle for you. I feel like maybe you don't trust that this positive development is actually something, again, that is a viable option with a devil's advocate here. This mistrust of the positive being in the obstacle position. It's just saying that the devil's advocate is here to show you a different perspective of what a positive outcome actually looks like for you, pile number 1. So in 2022, I think you're having, this feels like a major life realization or lesson that is happening for you, because you have in the past asked for redirection. You asked to avoid things that are unnecessary, that feel just like way too much of a risk for you at the time. And so now this is a continuation of that. It's showing itself a little bit differently. So the essential oil oracle that you have for 2022 is gratitude in the lime here. Trigger statement, I am overwhelmed. True statement, I am moving. The time for planning is complete. Take action, no matter how small, begin today. So I think also something has kept you from moving, making movement, from being in movement. This will show up differently for everyone. Again, it was a large factor had to do with the risk that you have not been interested in taking in the past. But now Spirit is saying the time for action is actually here. You're actually in a very good place to take action. You've done a lot of planning, especially in 2021. You've done a lot of planning. Oh, this isn't ready yet. Oh, I'm overwhelmed by the actualization, or let me see if these are actually yours. I'm overwhelmed by something actually happening, something actually being accomplished. I'm overwhelmed by the fact that I didn't have to work as hard as I thought I was going to have to in order to get this positive outcome. These are your 2 cards. I'm going to get to them in just 1 second. But the Devil's Advocate here is just saying you are actually making great progress. That's really what that feels like. Spirit is just affirming to you in the year 2022 that you are making great progress. They want you to hold gratitude, because everything is here to teach you a lesson in some way, form, or another. They don't want you to be overwhelmed by where you end up because of this action that you take, because it's exactly where you're supposed to be. Let's look even further into your oracle. At the bottom of the deck, I want to start there first. We have Ginger with the keyword will. Trigger statement, I am a victim. True statement, I am powerful beyond measure. You are strong and capable. With gratitude, of course, optimism and action, of course, manifest the life you desire. In 2022, you are manifesting. You are manifesting a positive development. You are starting to see the seed sprout of just taking that action, being very grateful, being very optimistic. It feels as if, and knowing that you're strong and capable of making these things come true. So Spirit is literally affirming that realization. They're affirming all the work that you have done for 2021. It feels like they're saying yes. Those plans that you made, those things that you were gonna take action on, even though maybe you didn't take action on them, you set yourself up for the steps of next action. Those are the things that are actually going to get you to where you want to be. They're going to help you to avoid risk. They're going to actually surprise you and shock you in the alignment of it all. You also have enlightening with the keyword arise. Trigger statement, there has to be more than this. True statement, I create my world. You are ready for a higher level of awareness and transformation. So this is heart chakra and third eye, or more like crown chakra energy being highlighted for you in the year 2022, but always, of course, these energies are always existing in our realm for you to continuously aligning your chakras is what that feels like as well. Grounding yourself to believe in the reality that is currently being developed in your life. You are ready for a higher level of awareness. So this is upgrades. You are receiving downloads, information. It feels like confirmation in order for you not to fear what is changing in your life. An understanding, a transformation of the way that you understand the workings of events in your life, or how they have worked. There has to be more than this. Being the trigger statement feels as if you're still looking around, again, for a specific outcome, not realizing where you actually are in the current moment. And there's something here in the avoidance, because I keep looking to it, the risk to avoid. I think Spirit is also wanting you to, if you feel the negativity arising within this positivity, if you feel like you are reacting to something negative, it's try to see if you are reacting to something from the past versus where you are currently right now. Again, because the positive is the blockage. The positive is the blockage. So just not realizing, not understanding where you are It's going to be a very specific message for a few of you, but I feel as if you're understanding how it is that I'm trying to explain this. You also have spearmint with the keyword conviction, trigger statement. No one listens to me. True statement, my voice is heard. Stand strong. Again, we have the strength here. And communicate your message. The world is ready to receive what you have to share. Wow. So a lot of communication will be going on for you in 2022. A lot of people are going to hear you speaking, hear your voice, hear your story, find more of an understanding about you, especially because you have in the past felt very unheard. Very unheard. I feel like this is a part of the positive that is developing in your life. You're feeling more heard in 2022. You're feeling more aligned with others. They are understanding you differently than they have possibly ever or have ever tried to, even for a few. But stand strong and communicate your message. There's something here that you have to share. I feel like we all have a story. We all find our story eventually in our lives. And this is a time in 2022 for you to share. The world is ready to receive what you have to say. They're ready. So you will be finding yourself opening up a lot more in 2022, being more communicative, being more lively, less convicted of what you have to say, but speaking with more conviction, more confidence as well. Not feeling overwhelmed also by the amount of downloads that are coming to you. I feel like you're clearing out a lot, making space for these downloads to come in, is what that feels like to me. I'm gonna look at some of the, I'm going in just such a strange order, but I'm looking at some of the crystals now that energetically may be showing up for you in the year 2022, and then we'll get into the tarot. But your energy is a bit hard to capture, pile number one, in regards to, and that's, I feel as if because you are in the midst of growth. So what feels as if it may have resonated for you in the past does not anymore. It does not anymore. I feel like you have worked very hard on your gratitude mindset because you are experiencing so much growth and will continue that in 2022. So much so that your heart chakra is like emanating. It's like in 2022, you were focused on the things and the people that you love, creating the things that you love, experiencing the things that you know will bring love and joy and success here in 2022. This is your focus. You are focused on the positive, even though it feels hard to embrace because of things from the past. You are so successful. You have grown so much that it's hard not to praise yourself just a little bit, which you may also struggle with. But at the bottom of the deck with compassion here, I think that's something that you absolutely are trying to work on, is holding yourself compassionately when you feel as if you have not praised yourself as much as you should or have wanted to in the past. I'm gonna continue to meditate on this energy, pile number one. I feel as if your strength is coming up a lot because it will be shown to you in 2022 in many different ways. The strength of how much you have grown, okay, how you could have gone with certain decisions, but you avoided that because you knew that growth was the not just the outcome, because of course it's the outcome. We can't control the outcome necessarily, but it is the goal. Growth is the goal. We should put that as a hashtag. Growth is the goal. So you knew that. So you decided, I'm going to avoid this risk because it's not actually putting me in the positive development. Even though there's fear here. there's fear here in the positive development and how it will enact in your life, how it is supposed to enact in your life. The devil's advocate here is saying believe. It's like the devil's advocate is saying everything opposite of what you're thinking. Everything opposite of what consumes you. It's saying something else could be a possibility, a beautiful possibility. This feels also like a new perspective that is coming for you in 2022. A new perspective on what change means to you, what growth means to you, how it should feel that versus how it should look. Okay. There's a lot of enlightening happening for you. A lot. Again, third eye, heart chakra, and throat chakra activations. Even a little bit of solar plexus as well. Oops. Okay, this one wanted to fly out for you. We have a strength card, of course. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. It has been coming out a lot. It has been coming out a lot for the collective. I think your strength, again, I feel like I said that it's going to surprise you in 2022. Knight of Pentacles or Knight of Discs in this deck. And it's because, you know, you've had a lot of patience, maybe more patience than, like, your strength has surprised you because it is surrounded by patience. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving card. It is slow action. It is slow and intentional manifestations. Okay, so something has been processing for you in order to manifest. It is a part of your growth process as well. But your strength, I feel like, is a part of what has transformed this year and will continue to transform in the year 2022. A lot of your enlightening has to do around you, who you are, and your strength. Maybe your strength was not a positive in the past, or it was made to make you feel like a negative in the past, but not this year, not 2022. Your growth is in your strength to continue on, your strength to continue to align with your truth. One flew on the floor. Let's see what this card is. With the Queen of Cups, your intuition is beautifully being called to the front of your attention in 2022. I feel like with the success being right underneath the Queen of Cups, there may be something that you intuitively pick up on in order to gain the success. Okay, I'm being shown Scorpio as well, Scorpio energy. We have the Knight of Wands. So yes, there's something that you are intuitively picking up on in 2022 around your success. And with the Knight of Wands here, you are actively going after it. Actively. Princess of Swords or the Page of Swords here. So lots of energy that we have out. King of Wands at the bottom of the deck to even more strengthen the message of strength and the energy of Leo coming out as well. A lot of fire energy in general, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. But so yes, your intuition is helping you in regards to your success. It is helping you to tap into when to be patient, when to take action. And it's like patient action. Like you can be, you know, at rest and still be in action. I talk about this message so much. Again, even the risk to avoid. It felt like something that you were quite possibly going to give a lot of attention or energy to that wasn't necessary. With the Knight of Wands, you're ready to go. Like the Knight of Wands is strength. You are ready to go. Page of Swords, swift in words. Very communicative. But this was not something that you were supposed to pursue with the risk to avoid here. That's what that feels like. It was something that you're not meant to pursue because, and that's probably why the angel number that you have here, I am evolving. So that is why you are evolving, growth beyond what this blessing or what you thought was going to be a blessing could have shown you. So the redirection is a blessing to something else, a more positive alignment, a more positive outcome in the most unexpected ways. Maybe it will test your strength, trying to adapt to the unexpected ways. Maybe it will make you think differently, more adaptively in the mind area. Maybe it will just make you purely inspired in action, this devil's advocate. But none of that would have been shown through the risk to avoid. Maybe it was, and for some, take what resonates, this year or next year, you are possibly facing maybe a promotion at a job that you are actually planning on leaving to pursue something that you're more passionate about. So the risk is, oh yes, I got this promotion, maybe more money, but I'm not as involved with the work that I do. I'm not as inspired. It does not challenge me to be my best self or to use my intuition as I would love to do. Maybe, the devil's advocate is going to send you on a path that takes you a little bit longer to produce something. And that's okay, because Spirit is saying your strength is here. Your stick-to-itness is here. In the Knight of Wands, you maybe try to go really, really quickly. Maybe slowing down is what's best for you to enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, learn as much about the process as possible. But with the Page of Swords and what's standing out to me, since it's right over the spearmint, stand strong and communicate your message. So here, there is an opportunity not only to find what's best for you, but to express it to others, to help others find their way and do what they need to do to claim unexpected success. But you are evolving. Master number 55. Substantial change is in your future. Embrace the change. A need to overcome your insecurities and let go of your fears. With this 55 number here, that cannot be more poetic of Spirit to tell you that in 2022, you are absolutely facing your fears. You are evolving so quickly, again, that it is surprising you at some turns. You turn around and you're like, wow, I'm faced with this new cycle. Yet again, I'm faced with another new cycle of growth, facing my fear, and then choosing to evolve past it. And I'm going to do so. I'm gonna listen to my intuition and what it's trying to tell me. You also have 26. I'm tactful. You have a desire to succeed and will feel most accomplished when your work benefits others. Your intuitive awareness of what people want allows you to come up with innovative solutions to meet their needs. I literally don't have to say anything else because the cards do it so beautifully. They do it so well. Your abundance with the 26 breaking down to an 8, your abundance is connected to creating a community with others, being involved with others, evolving with others. You are very tactful. You are very aware of what others need and want. You're capable of making those things manifest. And the Knight of Pentacles with hard work and dedication. Strength being the hard work as well. And so people are going to continuously come to you, look to you. So much so that this may push you to finally decide to leave the job that is, offering you a promotion, but you have this demand from the community here. Demand. And your awareness of it, your awareness of this transformation is heightening. Again, with the crown chakra and the Queen of Cups. You are becoming very aware of how you are fulfilling this need in the community. 333 at the bottom of the deck. You are powerful. You are being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truth and be a positive light to others. I'm telling you, this deck here is very spot on, and giving you this message to know, for you to know that you are a light worker. It doesn't matter how you define yourself, how you define yourself religiously, how you define yourself in your work. You are providing a light to people in a dark room. So that is a light worker. That is who you are, what you're doing. Hold yourself compassionately. Don't expect too much from and of yourself, because that is not what people are expecting from you. They're just grateful. They're just grateful for who you are and how you're evolving and who you're evolving into. So don't worry about how you are showing up. Just know that there's something here that you are fulfilling. In 2022, there's something here that you are fulfilling for you, for your community, for your loved ones, for the people closest to you, and for those who don't even know you. Okay, so it's important that you stay on this path of intuitively listening to yourself. You know specifically what this situation is, more so than I even could see with the cards. So this is just your confirmation to know that 2022 has beautiful energy awaiting you. There's something here that you are being divinely directed away from. Divinely. And you don't have to be afraid of the positivity that comes out of it. Okay. And so now I'm going to look at just some specific messages that Spirit has for you in the month of why do I keep saying the month of 2022? Oh my God. The year 2022. Some of you may be more conscious of the seasonal and monthly changes that is going on around you and within you as well in 2022, as I cannot stop being able to say that. But let's see what messages Spirit has for you for 2022. Pile number 1. You have, there is a stream of love supporting my dreams. Wow. A stream of love. This is spiritual love. This is love from those, again, that you are impacting on a daily, that you are impacting closely, intimately. There is a stream of love supporting my dreams, your dreams. You are supported. 2022, you're going to be feeling the support. You're going to be feeling the support. If there's something that you need to move away from, you will receive confirmation on how that is the right move for you. You should not doubt it. You should not doubt it. There's something here that you're learning a lot about the people or the spirits even that are supporting you, because there's a spiritual team, there's a physical team. You are heavily being supported, and it's a stream. It's a stream. Which means that it will never run out. At the bottom of the deck, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. Okay, so again, a part of this transformation that is coming for you is in regards to things that have been traumatic, quite possibly have tested your faith, tested your strength in many different ways, has quite possibly left you unprepared or feeling unprepared even. But your faith in Spirit, in your purpose, in your power, your faith, period, has the power to turn trauma into healing. And there's a lot of healing going on for you in 2022. There's a lot of growth that you are embracing, a lot of love that is transmuting from fear into love. Okay, so a lot of beautiful things are evolving for you in 2022, and Spirit wants you to have faith. Stay tapped in, stay tuned in, stand strong, don't waver. It feels like also when you have an idea about something or you're curious about something, don't waver because someone else calls it silly or immature or unrealistic. Just go with your flow, not anyone else's flow, your flow. So just a few more affirmations for 2022 for you. And then we're going to get into a message from your higher self and some tea leaves. Some tea leaf oracle to look into the future of 2022. So you do enough, you are enough. Okay? You do enough and you are enough. And you also have, what is something you are proud of yourself for? So in 2022, hopefully you can say that you will have great pride in doing just enough for you, being enough for you. What is something that you are proud of yourself for? Asking yourself this frequently, even daily, if you have to, in 2022, to continuously build your strength and pride in what it is and who it is that you are. Okay? Bottom of the deck, your support for self is strong enough to carry the world, but the world can help carry you too. Pile number one. The world can help you. They can help carry you. They can be a listening ear. They can be a shoulder to cry on if we are in the right environments for those things. So, just recognize that you do enough. And when you deserve to be supported. You deserve to be proud of yourself for your continuation of showing up for yourself and your needs and what you want. Okay, we have some things fly out for you. Probably just two. Okay, so 2022, we have teardrops, great personal sorrow. It could be over the situation where we thought it would be successful for us, where we thought we would stay forever, where we're having a hard time moving away from because we are mourning an ending of some kind. We have the tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. That's not going to hold you back, though. You're not going to let these tears hold you back. You're not going to let these feelings hold you back. You are seeking greater. And you have haystack. Karma, you will reap what you have sown. Okay? You do enough. You are enough. You reap what you sown in 2022. There are things slowly but surely making their way to you. You're slowly but surely getting ahead, being tactful and intentional with your actions in 2022, and it will lead to a positive development. At the bottom of the deck, needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted. And that's period. A sincere wish. So I wish to be stable, secure, and happy. What does that then look like for me? Spirit, I feel like that is a deep conversation you may be having in 2022. Continuously, in different ways, many different ways, you'll be having that conversation with Spirit about how does this look for me, And then they'll say, you'll see. You'll see. You're supported. Don't worry. You're supported. Everything's working in your highest good. Keep being driven. Allow yourself to be driven. Don't mourn that part of yourself before it has begun, okay? And so your higher self has two messages for you. At the bottom of the deck, I'm going to start giving myself healthier boundaries. Enough is enough. So we have enough twice. You are enough, you do enough, and enough is enough. I'm going to start giving myself healthier boundaries all 2022. That is what you'll be focused on, is healthy boundaries. Yes, I can be a light for others. I can give to others, but I will also keep and build and nourish my healthy boundaries. You also have, I keep myself at a high vibration so I'm less bothered by nonsense situations. Your higher self does not play. Your higher self does not play. Your higher self kicks it with the masters, with this master number here. You are an elevated being, an intuitive being, and if you keep it at a high vibration, nothing low vibrational can F with you, if I may be very frank. Pile number one. And it is okay to open up my heart more. To feel and express love makes me a divine being. So it is going to be okay for you to open your heart up more. Again, feeling closed off, especially from negative vibes, from low vibes. But opening yourself up to the higher frequencies, opening your heart up to possibilities. Okay, pile number 1, it's very important that you do that, that you stay focused on that. It will bring you your success. It will bring you your abundance. Spirit is heavily telling me also to tell you to just enjoy the process. Enjoy the process, what it feels like, what it looks like, because you'll be moving so slowly and intentionally. You'll be able to bask in the wonder of manifestation and how it all slowly and spiritually unfolds. Okay, pile number 1, I hope that you enjoyed this 2022 look ahead into the year. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and I will see you in another reading. Peace. Hello, pile number 2. You chose this beautiful palm stone crystal as the energetic connection to your 2022. And I'm going to just put it to the side here as we get started with your reading. And I hope that you can still see it. Okay, so I wanted to start off by looking at the blessings that are coming for you in 2022, and also an obstacle or a challenge that may be getting in the way of those blessings for 2022. So for the blessings you have, show me my emotional needs. Okay, so in 2022, you're going to be shown a lot about your emotional needs. You also have show me my strengths. Okay, strength again has been coming out a lot for the collective, so I'm not surprised that it is here once again. So these are 2 very beautiful blessings. I just want to start off with that. That means that in 2022, you're actually going to be finding a lot of strength in the emotional aspects of yourself. Maybe you have thought that these aspects were more of a burden, not necessarily a weakness, but a burden rather than a strength. So in 2022, you're being shown a new light around yourself emotionally, around your emotional body, who you are emotionally, which means, are you more introverted or extroverted when you are emotional? How does that, help you in regards to embodying your emotional strengths, and what actually gets in the way? So speaking of what is getting in the way, I want to look at the card that is coming up as a challenge or an obstacle for you in regards to these blessings. So you have, wow, okay, you are being shown your common sabotage in the year 2022. It will be so common that it's gonna come up for majority of the year, which is why it is the obstacle at hand here. And this is all about you. I'm not seeing any like third parties, any extra energy that is coming up. Just your emotional needs, the common self-sabotage that I feel that you are dealing with, and your strengths, how to overcome these things. So again, I feel as if the emotional aspect of you feel as if is a burden. You may be very proud of your strength and the strength that you carry, but you are less interested in the emotional parts and in the vulnerability of being emotional. So this could be the common sabotage that you are being faced with in 2022, is to actually open up to yourself, open up to your own vulnerability, and find where your true strengths are. I'm going to look even further into what this common sabotage is for you, what's showing up for you in 2022. But I am seeing that you're overcoming this sabotage in 2022. I don't feel as if it is going to hinder you or keep you from exploring yourself emotionally, especially if you're watching this reading. You are someone looking to release this common sabotage that you have dealt with in the past, how you have inflicted upon yourself, it feels like almost. In the past, you are looking to overcome these things. You are looking to find your strength again, your emotional strength again. Maybe it was a specific particular situation that has led you to question your strength, led you to question your emotional stability, your emotional importance, or the importance of your emotional side. So we had one that wanted to fly across the room. I'm going to get to this one in a second. We have Roman Chamomile with the keyword destiny. Trigger statement, I am lost. True statement, I do what I love. There's a there's a path waiting just for you. Open your heart and mind so you can use it on your journey of fulfillment. Okay, so again, it was feeling, a bit like the heart chakra was a little closed off around your emotional needs. This is something, again, I feel like something that you are needing to fulfill for yourself. You're not looking for anyone else to fulfill it, but here there is a path waiting just for you. So this is a spiritual journey that you're on here, because it's not actually literally talking about a path for you to walk physically. It is a journey that you are taking in your life. Okay, and it's waiting for you. Open your heart and mind so you can use it on your journey of fulfillment. This is heavily connected to your emotional needs. There's something here that you are beginning a new path with, a new journey with, and it is a journey of fulfillment. Okay, you do not feel fulfilled at this current moment. It does not feel like, or if you do, it is not complete. There's something else. And it's in regards to this journey that you're taking, this spiritual journey. Let's see what else we have. Centering with the keyword align. Trigger statement, I feel conflicted. True statement, I am true to my highest self. Your focus needs to turn within to reflect on stories that are not true for you. Love is the way through. Okay? So there's a narrative that you are releasing in 2022. It is something that is just not true to who you are, not true to your highest self. Okay? You feel conflicted over something. It could be current and you're currently working on it, and then in 2022 you are realigning and finding your destiny and your purpose, or this is something that will be coming up in 2022. The scenarios will be different. Everyone, I hope, will take what resonates. But you are centering, once again, your emotional needs. Your focus needs to turn within, okay? To reflect on stories that are not true for you. There's some kind of identity. There's something here that you may be placing your identity in. Everyone is different. Let's see what's jumping out. We have Rosemary here. Okay, with the keyword being wisdom. Trigger statement, it doesn't make sense. True statement, I see the bigger picture. You are moving towards a deeper level of understanding, from knowledge to wisdom. Take time to absorb the lessons, okay? 2022, you are learning. You are learning, and it's all about yourself. Strongly feeling that it is all about yourself this year, and how you have sabotaged yourself from moving forward, and the understanding of something, probably just in the understanding of yourself. At the bottom of the deck, we have soothing with the keyword soothe. Trigger statement, I need to fix this. True statement, I'm willing to learn from this. Lift yourself above your life situation and observe as a witness. Understand that you are so much more than the story. So there definitely is a narrative here playing in your head. And this year, you're going to be able to self-soothe that inner talk. You're going to be able to actually reflect on what is your truth, what is true to you and what is not, what is knowledge and what is wisdom, what is something that you have learned in the past and what is something that you know intuitively is true about yourself, okay? This is a really big energy, pile number 2. It feels like you're going through a huge emotional transformation. It feels like you're going to be believing in yourself more, seeing the bigger picture of why you are here, doing what it is that you love, a transformation of doing something that you don't love, that you maybe aren't necessarily emotionally connected to, towards searching for your fulfillment and finding it in 2022. Especially if you feel as if right now you are not fulfilled, this message is especially for you, and telling you that there is something greater. There is something more that is being introduced in your life in 2022. And we're going to learn more about what that is. I'm going to look at the Crystal Oracle and see what crystal energy is supporting you at this time. Okay, those popped right out. At the bottom of the deck, we have Rhodonite with the forgiveness here. Forgiveness. So that will heavily be highlighted for you in 2022. Forgiveness of self. Okay, forgiveness of others, but I feel strongly forgiveness for self. And again, it could be because you felt as if you haven't paid the most attention to your emotional needs. Let's see what else we have. We have Morganite with self-worth. Yes, being highlighted, upgraded, and nourished in 2022 is your self-worth. You are definitely a being who needs to be reminded of your value and your importance, not from others, from yourself, of course. You're having to be reminded of your strength, who you are. Okay, the common sabotage that you may face, it's not who you are. It's just a reflection of who you think you should be. Okay, is what that feels like. It's like, oh, I should be doing this, so I'm not going to do that. And the sabotaging yourself from doing the thing that fulfills your emotional needs. So a lot of worthiness around that is coming up. And we also have Malachite, transformation. You're transforming in 2022 completely from beginning to end. Whether that means that you'll be unrecognizable to others, whether that means that your energy will be unrecognizable to others. Either way, you are centering yourself, centering what it is that you need, and completely transforming. Your heart chakra is highlighted here in the pink and the green. We have also the third eye chakra and your solar plexus being important in the year 2022, but all of your chakras are, of course, always important. But yes, so your self-worth is being highlighted as something very transformative in 2022. You, I feel like, are going to be doing a lot of shadow work. When I think of the emotions, I think of the moon, and I think of a lot of shadow work that will be happening for you in 2022. It will show up differently each month, each week, each day. You will tackle something different. Again, the strength card coming out, and coming out a lot for the collective in general. It won't be easy. It won't be smooth sailing, because there is a lot that the collective has to uncover about themselves, about how they interact with the rest of the collective. There's a lot to uncover. So our strengths, they're all being highlighted at this time. But what Spirit, again, is drawing me back towards is your emotional needs, how it is like the most important thing for you to focus on in 2022. Again, and the more that you focus on what you need emotionally, what you need spiritually, the more you're able to understand from a higher level, a new level of wisdom. You're tapping in. I would not be surprised if the High Priestess came out. Bottom of the deck, we have the World with the Tarot. But I would not be surprised if the High Priestess came out at all, and when it comes to you guys. So let's see what the Tarot has to look more specifically at 2022 for you. You have the Six of Swords. Yes. So in your mind, you are very contemplative of just moving away from the things that are not fulfilling you in 2022. You are ready. You're ready to move away from those all-consuming thoughts that maybe you question your knowledge. You question how knowledgeable you are. You question how wise you are. You question how worthy you are for something to exist or to happen in your life. And then of course, the outcome is, the challenge is how we hold ourselves back. We hold ourselves back from transforming. We hold ourselves back from seeking, from finding and experiencing greater joy, fulfillment, happiness, and peace. We're going to see why that is, quite possibly, but you're moving away from those things. You're over that. You're over thinking a specific way, it feels like, as well. This is like a transformation of the heart and the mind with the Six of Swords here. Let's see what else we have. We have the Six of Cups. Okay. So you could be seeing a lot of sixes in the year 2022. 2022 is actually the year 6. So that could be just an important number for you in general. But the Six of Cups here is, wow, very aligned, because past memories are coming up. Past experiences are coming up in the Six of Cups, especially childhood memories, but it doesn't have to go as far back as that. Usually it does in the Six of Cups. And this is just to say that we are clearing out the consciousness. We are clearing out what does not feed our inner child, what no longer, again, feeds us fulfillment emotionally, what no longer actually teaches our inner child to learn. We're looking for emotional learning in 2022 is what it feels like. And certain thoughts and habits don't feed that. So we're moving away from that. We are uninterested in that sabotage any longer. We're uninterested in hanging out with people that we know from the past that have no emotional depth to them, that have all of these emotional needs left unmet. Okay, we can love them from a distance, love them from afar if it's someone that is really meant to be in our life, but we don't have to continuously align with that energy. We can transform the people we hang out with, transform the thoughts that we think, transform the way that we address our emotions. We can do all of those things and continuously center ourselves for the alignment. I think that's what you're focused on in 2022 heavily. You also have the Seven of Cups. Wow. A lot of options are going to be showing up for you. A lot of choices in 2022. Maybe a common sabotage is you left things unchosen. If you had too many options, you left them unchosen, because it's this is a lot. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. This is a lot. So I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to stay where I am comfortable. Familiarity. And I'm not going to align with the things that are calling me to choose them from once. I'm being called to choose myself for once. It's going to take some strength in me to be able to do this, because maybe this is not something I focus on heavily all the time. I don't focus on my choices, my options all the time. Maybe I'm helping someone else make choices in their life because they think that I'm such a great decision maker, right? Okay, pile number 2. I feel like you really understand me when I say those things, because the Cups is you are emotionally in tune, but I feel like it's to everyone else's needs and not your own. You also have the King of Swords. So this is definitely your energy showing up as very decisive in the alignment that you are seeking. You're this is it. This is the last time I'm facing this sabotage within me. This is the last time. I'm ready for my transformation. The King of Swords, once they make a decision, it's basically try to prove me otherwise. Try to convince me to go against my highest good otherwise, because then you're gonna get cut off, kind of So with especially the strength here, not being overly strong, not having to over exude who you are, but just showing up confidently as yourself. There's a leader in the room when they don't have to be the loudest, when they don't have to be the most forceful. Okay, this is the energy you're coming off as. You have a silent strength, one that does not need to be overly exerted because you have this emotional stability within you. Pile number 2, this is something heavily being highlighted for you in 2022. You're going to feel strong, maybe a bit vulnerable, but you're going to feel strong in your mind and knowing, listen, if I can decide to move away from this, then I can decide anything for my future. I trust myself. So it's time to start uncovering. You also have the Death card. Wow. I did feel a major arcana, which I was talking about the High Priestess, but the Death card is just as intuitive. It takes an intuitive knowledge to tap into when something is ending. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Princess of Swords or the Page of Swords. So definitely learning a lot about yourself in 2022, as much as possible. Pile number 2, I feel like you're very curious. I never even looked at the bottom of the deck for this one. Oh, wow. So at the bottom of the Show Me Oracle, you are being shown what will test you in 2022. And we were talking about that with your strength here. And we were talking about that with like, don't test me or my boundaries. So definitely doubling, tripling up on that message. And in the Death card, when there is an ending that you're being faced with, I feel like you are not going to fear it or the fear will feel different. I'm not going to say that there's just complete fear is evaporated and that you no longer worry about anything. I'm just saying that it will feel different. It will feel less consuming. You will know more about yourself in order to handle these transitions and transformations in 2022. And they won't necessarily emotionally trigger you as strongly. Maybe you feel a bit, and I use that word as lightly as possible, you feel a bit triggered when transformations or endings approach you. Maybe you don't feel as if you're prepared for them or that you can handle them as well as you had hoped or had thought. But that is only for a select few, okay, of course. Either way, there is a transformation. Again, with the Malachite here, which some of you could be interested in learning more about Malachite or holding or purchasing a piece for yourself. And those, I think, like, I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering this correctly, Malachite actually helps you to speed up the death transformation process. It happens to clear out negative karma and to basically prepare you for the beginnings, the rapid beginnings that happens in life. So that may be something also as well. A lot of you could be in the year 2022 facing like just a transformation of a foundation in your life, with 13 breaking down to a 4. This could be a familial foundation. Sixes deal a lot with family and family ties, family connections. And with the 7 here, it's like it could be a spiritual transformation. So a lot of you could be like distancing yourself from certain family members who do not spiritually align with you, who do not, align with the transformation that is happening in your life. That is okay. Again, you have quite possibly a chosen family here in the 7 of Cups as well. That could be a choice, an option for you to choose to align with those who address their emotional needs in an adult manner, in a healthy way. Okay. Quite a few popped out. I'm gonna make sure, actually just 2. I'm gonna keep shuffling and make sure these are yours. But you are definitely aligning with the energy that can help you and support you in, these are your cards, but can it help you and support you in moving away from what does not help feed you emotionally. Okay, you are being supported through this. You're being shown a lot through this. I think it is so important for you to learn as much about yourself in order to heal this sabotage that you may face often. At the bottom of the deck, you have 10-10. You are patient. Keep your thoughts positive and be patient as everything is working out for your highest good. Trust that your angels are working behind the scenes to help you, period. That's where I felt all that support. You're being heavily supported by the angels in regards to release this common sabotage. Be very patient with yourself, pile number 2. I know that is so hard to say and to preach, especially when I also struggle with patience, but just know who you are and what is being shown to you right now about yourself. And also just be aware that there are things happening that you cannot possibly physically see with your eyes, because the angels, unseen to us, are very much so energetic beings working with the energy that already exists in this world. Okay, so just having faith in that, learning more about that. Also, if it makes you curious about angels, how they show up in our lives, why they show up in our lives, and our connections to them, that information is also probably going to be coming up a lot for you in 2022 as well. Okay, so I want to look at the angel numbers that you have here for 2022. You have 33, the master number. I am expanding. Any positive changes or projects you are considering right now will be worth your while. Expect that your power to manifest and create will be heightened. Okay, so manifestation on 1,000 right now. Again, I want to make sure I have, all of the cards. Did I even? Yes. So just coming back to there's a path waiting just for you. So, there's positive changes in this path that is opening up. Again, a part of your destiny. I don't even know how much of that I've tapped on for you in this reading. It's just like, this has been waiting for you because it's only meant to be experienced by and for you. Okay, pile number 2. So just know that, your power to manifest and create is being heightened in 2022. So much so that there's literally a path opening up, one that maybe you haven't always been paying attention to or has not always existed. But as soon as you start addressing some of the things internally that is going on, you start to create these new opportunities. Any positive changes or projects you are considering right now will be worth your while in 2022. Of course, always use your discernment. If this is something that you really want to create and be a part of, if you know that this is something that will help you to transform internally and externally, if you know that it feeds you that expanding feeling of enlightenment and ascension, then this is something that you absolutely can be a part of and will be worth your while. There's no need to doubt it. You also have another master number, 55. Substantial change is in your future. Embrace the change, a need to overcome your insecurities and let go of your fears. You are evolving. So you are expanding and you are evolving in 2022, pile number 2. This reading is so aligned with the energy that you are facing. You are facing so much change. Okay, transformation, death card, change, evolving, expanding, 6 of Swords, moving away. Okay, this is very big energy. And as I mentioned to pile number 1 with the master number here, you are definitely hanging out with some higher beings, some higher powers that be. And they are watching you. They are helping you expand. They're helping you to evolve. They are placing you in situations where your strength is being shown to you and you are being called to choose again. Choose what is of the highest good for yourself, of your alignment, okay? So now I want to move into some messages, beautiful affirmations that Spirit has for you for 2022. At the bottom of the deck, you have, thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perception so that I can see what is of the highest good. Yes, it's just a little growth, honey. It's just a little growth. And you're expanding to see what else is of the highest good. What more there is to offer. Okay, pile number 2. You have, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. Okay, And you're a joyful spirit, it feels like to me. You have a beautiful presence. Spirit recognizes this within you, and they want you to recognize it within yourself. Pile number 2. When you are connected to your joyful presence, you attract support from the universe. The universe, your spirit guides, your archangels and ancestors, everybody. Everybody energetically is working towards the highest good for all, including you. And they want you to connect into it. They want you to be involved in it. They want you to expand beyond where you are currently residing energetically and emotionally, okay? And I'm now going to pull some messages from your higher self, okay? Some messages that your higher self may want you to know, other than staying connected, of course. That one fell on the floor. Okay, so we have, my heart and lungs is made of water. I will drink more water to replenish what my body needs. Yes, okay, so we're still talking about your needs, still talking about what your body needs, what you need emotionally, and again, what you need spiritually. So I think what would be a good practice is to connect as much with your body in order to connect with your emotional self. And especially in regards to water, which water in the tarot and in other cultures rules emotions. So we're being shown that connecting to our body, drinking more water, even if you want to bless a cup of water before you drink it, bless it with self-worthiness, bless it with transformation of my body, mind, and soul. Okay, if that's something that you're interested in doing or your higher self calls you to do in 2022, it is absolutely being encouraged. And your higher self wants you to know, what is your heart trying to tell you that you refuse to hear? What is my heart trying to tell me that I refuse to hear? So your heart is telling you something. Your emotional needs, they are definitely telling you something in 2022, okay? Please don't run from them is what I'm hearing. Embrace the change. Embrace the change that is coming. Embrace the transformation. Allow it to bring you wisdom. Allow it to align you to your destiny. Okay? Pile number 2. If no one else around you is doing it, do it for you. Okay? At the bottom of the deck, I will be more mindful of my thoughts. I know my thoughts become reality. You are manifesting when you think. Every time you put a thought in the penny jar, you have another penny. Okay, so that is a manifestation of abundance. And I think it's only the abundance that you want that you're trying to manifest, okay? I'm trying to get some affirmations from your ancestors for 2022. And of course, I wanted to fly on the floor. I'm going to do one more for you before we really get into it. There it is. Also wanting to fly on the floor. Okay. So you are rising and growing in ways you don't even know. Trusting yourself in the direction you are going. All 2022. Trust in the direction that you're going. Your ancestors want you to know that you are rising and growing beyond in ways you don't even know, beyond what you even know. Maybe you can't see past this death card, this transformation, this transition, and it feels a bit mysterious and unknown, but you are rising and growing in ways that you don't even know. Trust in yourself and the direction you are going. Bask in your own energy. Pour into yourself. Move through your daily journey with wide eyes. Dive into the energy of the nature which surrounds you. Allow yourself to flow with the wind and sing the song of the birds. Reclaim your energy. Reclaim your roots. Pile number 2, you are reclaiming your energy and your roots in 2022. Getting connected to quite possibly rituals or cleansing rituals of that sort that is more ancestral than anything else, especially because this is a message from your ancestors, your spirit guides on the other side. They're wanting you to reclaim your energy and reclaim your roots. You're absolutely doing this by facing your emotional needs, by facing this transformation, by embracing this change going on in your life. You're absolutely doing that. Okay? And at the bottom of the deck, you have things are going to turn around. Hold open your arms and accept all of the goodness that is being prepared for you. Your time is coming, pile number 2. Your time is coming. You are expanding. You are evolving, opening your energy up for this beautiful happening in your life in 2022. So there's nothing that you need to feel as if you need to be overly prepared for. You are exactly where you need to be, headed in the direction that you are heading in. Okay, I'm trying to get this one card, which is an angel, by the way, that may be important for you in 2022. Angels, as we talked about those. But let's see what the tea leaf has to say about 2022 for you to sum up your message. Okay. Oops. You have older man. Dealings or relationship with an older man is going to be quite important for you in 2022. Again, especially with the 6 of Cups, this could be a paternal figure, a guardian of some sort, or an older sibling, or someone, an older male who has an opinion about what you got going on, quite possibly. We also have bread, period of prosperity and abundance for you in 2022. Okay, this is a part of the transformations and the change that is coming for you. Okay, and wind chimes. Yes, wind chimes, peace and harmony for 2022 for you. Pile number 2, and at the bottom of the deck, one of my favorite cards, whale, great worry over nothing. Okay, this is a beautiful reading. You have a lot of beautiful energy coming in for you. Pile number 2 in 2022, a lot that you are releasing in regards to sabotaging yourself and your dreams and your goals, the change and transformation that is calling to you. You're not sacrificing it any longer for anyone or anything. There's a lot of emotional strengths that are being shown to you, a lot of your strengths in general, and I hope that you recognize them for what they are. You are having a very prosperous year, a very peaceful and harmonious year. Do not let anything stop that. Do not let anything get in your way, because you are exactly who and where you are meant to be. Pile number 2. I hope that you enjoyed this beautiful reading. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you in another one. Peace. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose this beautiful labradorite palm stone, which I hope that you can see the beauty of this crystal. The lighting is kind of dim right now, but this is your crystal. I'm actually just going to put it off right to the side here. And hopefully you can still see it and connect with its energy. But I'm going to start this reading off by looking at the blessings that are coming to you in 2022. And I'm going to look at one specific challenge that may be coming up for you in regards to these blessings in order to reach a desired outcome, goal, or something like that. So I'm going to look at the blessings first, and then we're going to look at the challenge or the obstacle. But you have the Devil's Advocate. Okay, so you are being shown the Devil's Advocate in 2022, and we'll get into more about what that means in just one second. And you're also being shown what they want in 2022. So your goals or desires or something that you're trying, like an outcome that you're trying to quite possibly manifest, involves another person and what they want or what they need. This Devil's Advocate came up for another group as well. I'm not going to mention which one, but if you were attracted to another pile, maybe that will be the one for you. But the Devil's Advocate is showing up here today as something out of the ordinary, something that you wouldn't normally ordinarily expect for you to be introduced to your blessings, your goals, your needs, your outcome. So there's a new perspective, quite possibly, that is coming up for you in 2022, a new idea, a new perspective, a way of being, quite possibly even. And this is actually showing up as the blessing. So this is what you have to look forward to. The devil's advocate also could mean like something isn't going as planned, or maybe someone, what they want, maybe their plans change too. What they want changes, quite possibly. And it's somewhat still aligned to what you want. So maybe, there isn't as much fear there as you are carrying. But we're going to look into your situation specifically, very deeply. I'm going to look now at the obstacle, the challenge of what is getting in the way of these two blessings. So you have conflict arising. You are being shown that in 2022, there will be a moment or different moments of conflict arising that you are very aware of. This is not something that is maybe subtle or subconscious. It is something that you're very aware of, okay, in 2022. And there's no need to worry. There's no need to gather worry in your atmosphere when it is not necessary just yet. I'm going to talk more about these though. The obstacle being conflict means that this is something that makes you a bit uncomfortable. It makes you feel as if this is not something that you can easily handle. Or maybe there's like a bit of just mistrust in the situation in general. But with the conflict arising, being your obstacle, Spirit is saying that on the other side of this conflict that is coming up for you in 2022 is something that both you want and another party, it feels like. So let's see what we have for the essential oil for 2022 for you. You have spearmint, with the keyword being conviction. Trigger statement, no one listens to me. True statement, my voice is heard. Stand strong and communicate your message. The world is ready to receive what you have to share. So it could be, again, I think I was just feeling this a little bit, like miscommunication, not necessarily being on the same page, but still both seeking that alignment. So someone here is ready to hear what you have to say. Pile number 3, and I hope that you absolutely take this how it resonates. Someone is ready to hear what you have to say, and you are meant to speak this with conviction. You're meant to be strong in your statement, in your communication, in your message, to overcome this conflict and to come to an agreement with another person. This is going to take place all throughout 2022. This doesn't feel like just one specific month for one specific issue. Tension. Yeah. There's tension here that needs to be released, with the keyword being release. Trigger statement, I have nothing left. True statement, I nurture myself. Dear one, it is time to settle. Create a sacred space where you can be in that place of rest. Healing will unfold. Okay. So this is also feels like hermit mode to me. Like in 2022, you will be taking a lot of time to yourself in order to not prepare, but reflect on moments of conflict. Not prepare for conflict, but to reflect on the conflict that may have already taken place or that you can sense is taking place, the tension that you feel, okay, around this conflict. Spirit is saying, especially with the devil's advocate, what if you just nurtured yourself instead of armored yourself up, preparing yourself for a fight that may end up just being a mutual agreement. Okay, pile number 3, like Spirit is asking you with this devil's advocate to maybe assume the best out of a situation, if that is possible and applicable to your situation. Of course, it is always spiritual advisement to advise you if there is something that is actually someone who's actually harming you, who's actually going against your needs, your boundaries, or things of that nature. Absolutely communicate that. And if necessary, leave the situation if need be. This is situational, basis by basis. But if the conflict is something that can be disputed, that can be agreed upon, then it is, of course, in the best interest, the best spiritual interest for you to find this conjoining of energy. We have soothing that came out with the keyword soothe. Trigger statement, I need to fix this. True statement, I'm willing to learn from this. Lift yourself above your life situation and observe as a witness. Understand that you are so much more than the story. You're so much more than this conflict. The relationship that you have with whoever this is, quite possibly, is just so much more than this conflict, okay? So, release the urge to need to fix. You have nothing left to do but to fix the situation. Release that and know that as you soothe the tension in you, the energy is reciprocated on the other end. Lift yourself above this situation specifically in 2022 and observe as a witness life, happening to you. Observe it. Understand that you are so much more than the story that is being played at this time. And of course, if you need to come back to this reading, especially with the devil's advocate here, this is persuasion. This is, you need to be persuaded of this to know in your spirit that it is okay to release this tension. It is okay to self-soothe. It is okay to stand up for what you believe is right at the time. At the bottom of the deck, you have blue tansy with the keyword being ignite. Trigger statement, where do I go from here? True statement, I allow life to flow through me. Absolutely. Inspiration has arrived and will work through you as you move forward. So as you're moving forward through this releasing phase, which is not necessarily the easiest, but is the most healing for you at this time, as you're moving through this energy, Spirit is saying that you're going to be ignited and inspired. As you accept the flow of life, the flow moves through you, okay? So I want to look at some of the crystal energy that you have supporting you in 2022. But to speak more about this tension, this conflict, Spirit does not want this to somehow make like the headline statement of your year. They don't want you to doom 2022 because you thought it was going to be conflict free. No negative vibes, positive vibes only. And it's like, healing doesn't just occur through positive vibes. It occurs through truth, somewhat difficult conversations, somewhat uncomfortable conversations, depending, sometimes uncomfortable realizations as well. So, the devil's advocate here is saying, what if perfection grew out of, pain? What if the lotus flower just has to grow from mud? Like, it has to go through that difficult and somewhat disgusting process in order to be the beautiful spiritual inspiration that it is. Okay, so this is actually a very good blessing to have, as I also explained it in the other pile with the devil's advocate showing up. It's a great energy to have because it means that you are adaptable to a new perspective. You are interested in knowing even an even more healing outcome if possible. Wow, Malachite at the bottom of the deck with transformation. That has also been coming out a lot for the perspective. So a lot of transformation is at the root of the situation for you. I do feel it. Let's see what else you have. You have lapis lazuli with the authenticity. Wow. So absolutely embodying as much of your authenticity as you can and want to in 2022, again with conviction, again with livelihood, like being very, very authentic about yourself, about your feelings, about what you need in the situation as well, how you need to nurture yourself, how you're willing to learn. You're willing to learn. This is in your authenticity. It's just, it may be a bit difficult, but you are willing, and that you need your voice to be heard in the situation. If you're willing to learn, you need to also be heard. If you're willing to listen, you also need to be heard. Okay. So this is where the merging happens. What they want is what you want. They don't want to be in conflict is what I'm feeling like. That is why this is a part of the blessing. It's like, oh, great. Like we were both just, a little conflicted, like just butting heads just a little bit, just to get at the end of this. At the end of this, the obstacle is just a little bit of conflict. At the end of it, what they want is ironically what you want too. So, and I also did want to mention, before we get too much farther into the cards, at the bottom of the deck for the show me is you're being shown your divine purpose through this as well. I do want to point that out as being very important, because this situation, this conflict, no matter how frustrating, how elevated it could be, it somehow is a part of your purpose. And I do want us to keep that in mind. So you also have this Shiva Lingam with compatibility. And I think that's absolutely gorgeous, because it could be just like a very divine connection here that you're dealing with. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it could be. It could be. It could be karmic as well, depending on the situation for you, pile number 3. But there is compatibility here between, again, what you want and what they want. So persuasion, conversation, communication comes with compatibility as well. You have to communicate your needs, and so do they. Communication is much more than just talking. It is listening, okay? As we were mentioning that in the spearmint, you can be a compassionate and compatible communicator. You can give and take in a conversation in a healthy way that is not overbearing or underwhelming as well, is what that feels like. I'm going to continue to shuffle and see what the tarot has for you in regards to your specific situation, in regards to your energy versus theirs, where this conflict may be arising from, pile number 3. But this is a very positive read for 2022, I will say. Despite the tension and the need to release it, despite the disagreements or it doesn't feel like unalignment. It just feels like miscommunication. Lots of cards flying out, and I don't know if I want to keep them all. That is the Magician. Wow. And we also have the Four of Cups. I am going to keep the Four of Cups with the apathy here. Being very apathetic towards what they want. Again, being able to understand what it is that they want. As long as everyone is authentically communicating their needs, it's like, okay, so I can understand that. I can understand where you're coming from. We also have to both, want to be understanding in that aspect. These are 4. Do I want to keep these? Let's see. I want to see if the rest of these are yours. And it feels like it. Okay, yeah. The Fool at the bottom of the deck now, with a new beginning starting for both you and this other party or other parties. But I want to get back to this Magician card, because, what is happening, what is currently happening in your life and what will be happening in your life in 2022, especially in regards to this relationship, is things that you have manifested. You have manifested this outcome just based off of pure resource. The Magician works off of what is already provided for them. So you have manifested this kind of like compatibility. You have manifested this compatibility, this understanding, this reconciliation almost as well. You have manifested this based on your pure will, okay? Especially with Mercury here showing up in the Magician, the communication once again communicating authentically and with conviction, with apathy and emotional understanding, trying to understand the situation, the person, and at the very core of it, your emotions around it as well, okay? You also have 9 of Wands with persistence. So again, not necessarily easy. It's not easy. We're not looking for an easy fix, an easy resolution, because those tend to be the most fragile within conflict. If you don't get to the root of it, the root is still unlivable. It's not nutrient based. It is still made from the same material that caused the disruption in the first place. So getting to the root of it, being persistent with the manifestation of this ease and this connection, and the manifestation also of a greater emotional understanding than just apathy. It's like you want to manifest more, so you got to be persistent at it. You want to manifest the 10 of Cups, and right now we're really at the 4 of Cups. We still have to go through the 5 of Cups, the loss and the pain of being unaligned in any kind of way and uncompatible in any kind of way. You're trying to gain those extra cups, those extra feelings and strengths. Wow. We have strength and then the 5 of Wands, strife. So 9 of Wands, strength, 5 of Wands. As I mentioned, not easy. You could be dealing with a fire sign, a hothead, a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, but so much fire has come out. Cancer is also making itself seen and known. Gemini, Virgo with the Mercury here. But yes, so strife, conflict, miscommunication. What did you just say to me? Who do you think I am? What do you think I'm here for? All of that is, you're facing such a big release. Such a big release. It does not seem like it is nearby. It does not seem like it is next. It's something that is still in the manifestation process, in the gestation process. That doesn't mean that the conflict will still continue. It will subside. It will ease. It will be released with your release. But there's a lot that still has to be addressed. It feels like, especially in the 5 of Wands, someone is not feeling heard. It feels like someone is competing for attention, understanding, fighting for the mic is literally what that feels like. And you wanting to exert your strength in your knowledge of self and your knowledge of what you need and what is best. You want to be persistent on your perspective, but I think there's a way that the both parties are just going to come together through inspiration with all this fire, through spirit with the wands, the strength, and the magician, to create a lifelong change within this relationship, within this situation or connection. And the situation I'm not getting is work related, especially because there's really no pentacles here in general, and the cup and the spirit. It's like this is a spiritual it's a spiritual involvement. It's a spiritual situation that requires emotional evolvement. Okay, and that is exactly what you're facing at this time. You are evolving from the negativity, from again, the miscommunication and the over talking and just not understanding in general, just not understanding. This conflict is ready to be released. Okay, it is ready to be released with this soothing right underneath. I had to check again. With the soothing right underneath the 9 of Wands, Spirit is also saying be persistent in your self-care. Be persistent in showing yourself what you need. You don't need an audience to give yourself what you need. So as long as you're showing up for yourself authentically, both, when you are alone and in connection with other people, the energy will start to flow as it is supposed to. I don't feel as if there's a party walking away here, especially because what they want is also something very aligned with what you want. Again, ironically, quite possibly because the devil's advocate doesn't appear as it is, as it is supposed to. Actually, the magician is known as the trickster sometimes. So it's like you've manifested this not even completely knowing that you have. Like you thought it would look completely a different way, and this is still a conclusion that you can be proud of, happy with, and be harmonious with as well too. So I'm going to look at the angel numbers that are guiding you this year in 2022 that you may be seeing a lot of, or that just has a special message for you. I'm trying to make sure also that I'm not missing anything. Big Leo energy here. So maybe, it's just like everyone needs some attention in this situation. So how do we give it to ourselves and then to the other is what that feels like with Leo energy. How can we still be authentic to ourselves while honoring this compatible aspect, this compatible partner, this compatible relationship, situation, friendship? How can I be more apathetic while, still being empathetic and knowing when and how and where, how to speak, when to speak, what to say that doesn't harm me and them. Just like a great persistence to continue to be on the same page or to get back onto the same page, with spiritual alignment being at the center somewhat. But let's see which angel numbers are popping up for you. You have 10. I am ingenious. You have great leadership skills. Your mind is sharp and allows you to dream up ingenious ideas and organize all the details. Then direct others on how to carry things out, especially with the Strength card here. You have great leadership qualities, great leadership skills. Again, you're not used to taking the back seat or your ideas, let's just say, aren't used to taking the back seat to other people's ideas or to co-share the limelight of attention. Your ideas aren't used to that comparatively to other people's ideas or ways of thinking or ways of being either too, it feels like. But there's something here. You are ingenious, and that does not take away from what this other person has to offer either. It's kind of like you both, again, strong-willed, passionate people coming together saying, this is what I believe in. And it's like, okay, I believe in that too, but differently. Like I believe it should look differently or feel differently. And you both believe these things very deeply to be true. So a leader also knows when to accept help, to allow someone else to help them lead as well. Lead with me. And you're kind of almost like receiving it as you're trying to lead against me or against what I believe in. We have the master number 55 with I am 55 with I am evolving. We have substantial change is in your future. Embrace the change and need to overcome your insecurities and let go of your fears. So a lot of release, so much release. And they could also be releasing a lot of fears as well. Things that they didn't know they were afraid of. Things that they didn't know created agitation within them quite possibly either. It's like they're learning a lot about themselves through this situation as well. Your divine purpose might also be heavily equivalent, not equal, but equivalent to their divine purpose as well. But in this situation, you specifically are absolutely evolving, and there's substantial change in your life, especially with the Magician here, especially with Strength. Lifelong major changes here, and they are substantial to you and your future. Embrace the change is what Spirit is saying. Embrace where you feel a bit uncomfortable learning more about yourself emotionally, learning about your triggers, quite possibly, learning about what sets you off, where you feel unheard, where you feel unseen, and be persistent in trying to heal even those things within you. This is also just within you. You can't help this other person heal. They can only want it for themselves. But you absolutely can show them where you're coming from, what has been evolving within you. You can absolutely share that if you so feel called to, and just really exerting your strength in a different way. At the bottom of the deck, you have 11. You are intuitive. You have keen awareness of what is happening around you. A strong intuition is your gift and will help you understand the unspoken feelings and thoughts of others. This insight allows you to be a great guide and supporter. So again, you're stepping into this with someone. You've probably been intuitive all of your life, but it's kind of like things are, especially with the sensitive wand energy and the sensitive cups energy too, something could be very much so triggered out of you from them. Like it's like they make you feel more intuitive, or they have somehow helped you get in touch with your intuition more, or they have this situation specifically itself, and it helps to the actual person has tested your intuition more. It'll be different for everyone. Either way, you are a strong leader, a strong intuitive leader. High Priestess energy is also standing out to me as well. High Priestess, Hierophant energy is standing out to me. And this is your energy. Your energy of how you help guide and lead others intuitively in an intuitive way. And in 2022, that is no different. It may be, again, evolving for you, intensifying in ways where you are finding yourself helping others and you didn't realize that that is what you were doing or what they had even needed in that moment. Of course, not overstepping boundaries or anything, just being you, who you are. So let's see what else we have. I'm going to look at now a special message from Spirit. A message that they want to give you in regards to your 2022 and this situation in general. You have, I honor how I want to feel, period. I honor how I want to feel. If I know that there is conflict arising and I feel this weight on my chest, I'm going to honor that. I'm going to speak compassionately and mention the uncomfortable feelings that I feel. There are people in this world who try to gaslight you, who try to make you feel like you are not feeling what you're actually feeling. So just that is absolutely where the intuitive piece comes from. Know and honor how you want to feel. Know that if you want peace, then the not peaceful must be released, must be sacrificed in order to feel peace, in order to feel autonomous and magical and like the manifester that you are. In order to embrace those feelings and who you actually are authentically, you must release what is inauthentic to your true character. At the bottom of the deck, I am the loving energy of the universe. Wow. So that is who you are authentically. That is how you should always show up as the loving energy of the universe, especially if you know this about yourself, especially if you know that you always have love to give, you know? Doesn't mean that, take how that resonates specifically for you, but know that in this situation that you have conflict arising in, there is love that you can always carry, even in the midst of it being so difficult. There's love that you can always carry. Pile number 3, and I think you will know exactly what that means to you and to your situation, okay? So I'm going to look at your higher self and see what messages they want to share with you for 2022. It looks like you have 3 coming out, but let's see if these are all yours. Yep. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, I'm feeling irritated and it's overriding my positive thoughts. I need to stay at a high vibration. Absolutely. All 2022, your higher self is saying any irritation, it's overriding, it's taking up space, and not in any slightest of a positive way. So addressing it, ascending beyond it, and knowing that this is a story that you don't have to continuously play into. Like, you can just step out of it and no longer be a part of that narrative, a part of that story. You're creating your own narrative, your own story, and you want it to be authentic. You want it to be filled with love and high vibrations, and you are allowed to have that. It is going to take strength to build that, but you already, especially with the 9 of Wands, it's like you already have a solid foundation of persistence. Continue to keep going for harmonious and aligned high vibrational vibes. Pile number 3, but your higher self wants you to know, when you start loving yourself more, the universe will begin to show you abundance, okay? So there's the abundance aspects coming in for you in 2022, especially with it being right over this authenticity. It's like your authenticity brings you your abundance. When I start loving myself more, the universe will begin to show me abundance. It's all about what you are feeding yourself, and it's all about what you're making time for, who you're making time for, who you are sharing energy with, and how their energy aligns with yours and your goals and your dreams and your manifestations. You also have, it's time to take a new path. I'm scared, but I know I'm divinely protected. So there is a new path coming up for you, showing up for you in 2022. It is appearing because you have again manifested it by honoring how you want to feel, and it is now becoming more of a reality. It's time to take a new path. You may be a little bit scared, but just know that you are divinely protected, okay? There's nothing that can harm you when you are honoring how you feel and going for what you divinely know is meant to be your highest good. I can't help everyone, and it's okay, especially if they are unwilling to try and help themselves. Yes. So again, this may be in regards to many different parties, people that you have tried to help, take care of, be, the magician for everyone else but yourself. You can't help everyone, and it's okay. It's okay. That's not your life's purpose. That's not your divine purpose. It's to help everyone. It's to be a light, a guiding light. And that looks like a different kind of help, that shows up as a different kind of help to others. But especially if they're unwilling to try and help themselves, there's nothing you can do, or that you should try to force. Nothing really ever beneficial comes out of that, even though we'd like to believe that it would, that we could really help, that we could really see the way. It's like we are seeing the way for ourselves. I can really help see the way for you too, and it's not meant to be that way. Pile number 3, you're only messing with the most aligned energy. So they have to be in some kind of alignment already, right? It's like you're not starting from a ground zero basis. It's just like, where are you right now? Where am I meeting you? And how does that align with my energy and where I'm trying to go? Okay. So I'm going to look at these affirmations from your ancestors for 2022 to see what your ancestors want to tell you. Okay. Let's see. You have, things are going to turn around. Hold open your arms and accept all of the goodness that is being prepared for you. Your time is coming. Okay, your time is coming, especially if you've been focused on releasing blockages in order to manifest, in order to create an abundance, in order to create harmony, further harmony in your life. Especially when you start loving yourself more, the universe will start to show you more abundance. Your time is coming. Things are turning around. Things are shifting and changing. It is more out of sight than anything. You can't really see the intangible at this current moment, but that's okay, because that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It just means that it is still formulating. We don't think a baby doesn't exist until it's outside of its mother. We know the baby's in there. It's cooking. It's gestating. That's why pregnancy is always viewed as the birth of something, because it's like we can't see it until it's fully formed, but we know what we are working towards, okay? So things are going to turn around. Pile number 3. Let's see one more affirmation from your ancestors, what they have to tell you for 2022. Perfect. Quit thinking you have to do too much and go out of your way to prove that you are worth the investment. You have always been and will always be worth it. So in 2022, you're not going out of your way. Again, what you want should be what others want. Alignment, harmony, peace. Everything else we can figure out the rest. But quit thinking that you have to do too much to go the extra mile in order to achieve this alignment. I think you are evolving past this. You are doing more things to fulfill you in 2022. You're doing things to bring you joy and fulfillment, not worry or stress or this competitive outlook either, which can come a lot from the Wands energy and the Leo energy. So quit thinking you have to do too much. You're already who you're meant to be. You're already existing as you're meant to exist, ascending as you are meant to ascend, okay? At the bottom of the deck, be clear with what you want. Be clear with what you need. Be clear with what the reality is. All 2022. You're going to be very clear, very clear. Some of you could be working with the crystal clear quartz a lot as well. Lapis lazuli. Also, just thinking about it brings a lot of clarity to your situation as well. Spiritual clarity, third eye clarity, all those good things. And so that is what your ancestors wanted you to know. Pile number 3, you don't have to do or be anyone but yourself. Who you are, who you're meant to be is already who you are. And it's more than enough. It's more than enough to get the reciprocity that you require, to get the, the level of connection that you desire. You're more than enough for these things. Again, continue to honor yourself. Crown yourself with the strength here. Crown yourself as important. Not more important than another person, but the most important person in your own life. Okay? We're all equal, but you should be very important to yourself. Pile number 3. And I know that spiritually, you know what that means. You know what that means. There's a level of quote unquote self-centeredness that is required for us to be able to call it self-love and to love ourselves. We have the tent that flew out, a temporary situation. This conflict, very much so temporary, is what that feels like. Casket, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. I definitely feel like it's the end of a situation. Again, what they want, maybe it differs. Maybe for some of you, this doesn't end up exactly how it ends up for everyone else. And the person ends up leaving your life, but it won't leave you less off. Okay? It won't leave you less off. It will just be an end of a situation. I can't help everyone. And it's okay, especially if they are unwilling to try and help themselves, okay? The ending is necessary. There's nothing you could try to do to change it because it is supposed to happen for your continued evolvement. You have pig, beware of greed. So this is an energy that you're looking out for in 2022. Overconsumption, over-consuming, overstimulated, wanting. Be very aware of why you are wanting the things that you want, which is basically what greed means to me. At the bottom of the deck, rat, someone working against you or behind your back. Okay, so again, 2022, we don't have time for the rat energy. It is not an energy that can actually touch us, harm us, or consume us. We are just aware of the people that if they don't align, the obstacle is not the conflict. It is supposed to be the solution. It is supposed to help me see what the situation is actually supposed to be. Okay, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you in another reading. Peace. Hello, pile number 4. You chose this beautiful crystal, which I can't remember if this is a jasper or like a carnelian of some sort, but it is absolutely stunning and it is energetically connected with your 2022. So I'm going to get right into the reading and look at the blessings that are coming your way in 2022. And then I'm going to also look at one obstacle or challenge that may be getting in the way for you in regards to these 2 blessings. Okay, so let's get started. We have show me who can help me. Wow. Show me who can help me. This is one of the blessings that you will be receiving in 2022. And ironically enough, at the bottom of the deck, you have show me how support is present. So you are really looking to be supported energetically, spiritually, and even physically in the year 2022. There may be something, and I'm just going to get right into it. There may be something that you are looking to create, manifest, or participate in, and you are looking at who can help you. You are looking around. You are looking externally at your community. Your other blessing is the best path to take. And ironically, I looked at the challenge before I got mixed up. Okay, so this is your blessing, the best path to take. You're going to be shown in 2022 what is your next step. Okay, so not only are you looking around saying, okay, who's around me? What are my connections? How can I, maximize on these connections? How can, I be supported for the things that I'm trying to put in the world that is supporting and helping the world itself? Okay, so you're being shown the best path. This could have heavy to do with your career, your purpose, your life purpose, the thing that you are here to exact in this world, and you know that you can't do it alone, okay? So who can help me? How support is present, and the best path to take. You have a lot of blessings coming for you in 2022. We're going to look at all of those, but before we do, I do want to mention the challenge or obstacle, which is showing as conflict arising. Another pile had this as well, so you may have been drawn to more than one pile, but we have conflict arising at the center of your situation. This is your obstacle and your challenge to overcome in order to find out who can help you and the best path to take. So I'm going to look at the essential oil oracle, since your oracle is seemingly getting straight to the point for your 2022. We know that you are looking for support. We know that you're looking for help to manifest something. And we know that there is a challenge here, conflict between 2 opposing, ideas, people, or opportunities. There's conflict arising, and it is hindering you from being able to find or accept the best path to take. Okay, so I'm going to look at your situation even deeper, pile number 4, and see what it is that Spirit wants to show you in regards to your blessings. But just getting into it, some of you could be looking for grant money. That also came up as well, grant money or some kind of funding. Maybe there is conflict around you finding funding. And it's honestly because it's not supposed to be that way. I feel like when there's a conflict of some sort, we're supposed to first analyze it. What is this blockage or challenge here to show me? And why? How can I overcome? What's the next steps? What's the next best path? But this conflict is so challenging that it is keeping you somehow from some kind of elevation. I'm going to see if these 2 are yours. They popped out simultaneously, and they are feeling like your cards, okay? So at the bottom of the deck, you have balance with lavender here. Some of you may be interested in lavender essential oils, doing that in your bath or your shower, in your pillow, or like pillow scented pillows, lavender scented pillows, or aromatherapy literally diffusing with lavender. There's a multitude of ways to get lavender in your system and around in your home. And it also helps with having a restful night of sleep as well. So that is something that you may be looking forward to in 2022, more restful and relaxing moments. But let's see. You have trigger statement, no one understands me. True statement, I ask for what I need. From a place of love, you need to stand up and speak your truth. What you wish for is what the universe wishes for you. To have that at the bottom of the deck, wow. Just wow. Pile number 4. The universe wants, what you wish for is what the universe wishes for you. So those things are in alignment. Again, no matter the conflict of how you expect things to come about, how you expect to find the next step, the next path, the next support system, it's never going to be fully how you see it. It's only going to be as aligned as you need it to be. Okay, so let's look at the first 2 essential oils that you have. You have vetiver with the keyword reconnect. Trigger statement, I need to escape. True statement, I am present. The root of the issue for you will make itself known. Be open. Be open to the information you receive from your body, mind, and environment. You are receiving downloads, information that is maybe not of the necessarily like physical, but you just know. So you could be, what is the word? Clairsentient, clear feeling. My left ear started ringing, so that may be the correct terminology we're looking for here. The root of the issue for you will make itself known. So this conflict, again, maybe not fully formed. Maybe you don't understand the agitation or frustration that you're feeling. Again, like towards other people. It's like a whole of people you are kind of frustrated with because you don't feel like you belong. With a trigger statement saying, I need to escape, it's like you are trying to leave somewhere that you don't feel comfortable or you don't feel like you belong. And this is the area where the conflict is arising. You can sense it. This is like the fight or flight kind of feeling, like you're ready to flee. So the root of the issue will make itself known as long as you are grounding yourself in the understanding that you're here to learn. You're here to receive some kind of information from your spirit, your body, and your mind about the situation, and about your environment, like where you are currently in your life. In 2022, you're going to be finding a lot of clarity. And again, next steps, the best path to take for you and your situation. You're going to know how to handle this conflict when it arises. You're going to know when people show up intuitively who to trust, who to, allow to help you. Because sometimes we just don't need the help that other people are offering because it's not aligned with what we're trying to do, right? So all of these things, I'm hearing discernment will be showing up for you in 2022. So we have respiratory with the keyword being breath. Trigger statement, I can't breathe. True statement, I open up to all possibility. You are ready to let go of the suffering so that you can take in new possibilities. Release so you can receive. A lot of receiving in 2022. Receiving help, receiving downloads, receiving information, receiving financial assistance as well. Being able to feel like you can breathe again. Okay? You're opening up to a lot of possibilities in your life. You're opening up to finding help in unexpected places, is what it feels like. Unexpected places. I'm so curious about how this conflict will be arising for you. But right now, it feels as if it has been externally focused, but internally progressed. It's like you are continuously being frustrated about the things that are going on externally, but you're only replaying it internally. Like you don't know who to even go to express your frustrations. So Spirit is asking you to breathe, asking you to release. You already let go of the suffering so that you can take in new possibilities. And maybe this thing that you've been trying to manifest or create has needed a lot of attention, a lot of time, a lot of energy for you. And, to not have it be understood or received well by others or supported by others it's like those are feelings of suffering, of not feeling understood, not feeling seen, not feeling supported. That's just period, not feeling supported. So this is a time for you to open up yourself to new possibilities, new situations, without also bringing in those old feelings, the old conflict that you feel. You have hold on, because I will get it right. So I think it's helichrysum. Wow, I should spend more time with this deck. Trigger statement: I will not forget. True statement: I open my heart. Release the suffering again and take another step forward, sweet one. With each step, you will see more light and healing, with the key word being hope here. So you were just done. You were done. You were taking names and, holding grudges, it feels like, just a little bit. Pile number 4, and I don't mean to be too reflective on the past for you, especially if it's something that is difficult, and knowing that you've worked really hard for where you're coming from. And I'm not denoting that in any way at all. Spirit is not asking you to forget necessarily. They are asking you to forgive. Okay? Your heart chakra is opening. There are a lot of things opening for you. We have the red, the green, and the yellow. It's like you are at a stoplight right now, processing, and you're ready to go. You're ready to get the green light, to open your heart, to feel connected to others again, reconnect here. You feeling like a disconnect from people because they have not gotten where you're coming from or the wisdom you're trying to share. Bottom of the deck, there's turmeric with the keyword belief. Trigger statement: it is too late. True statement: I am free to believe. You are clearing away beliefs, energy, and memories that no longer serve you, so the necessary decisions will be made. That's it. There's a choice, it feels like, that you will be making. Again, a choice to clear these feelings, a choice to clear this conflict. It feels like internal conflict to me right now. This does not feel like there's a lot of, external action, just a lot of external focus. Pile number 4. So this is a time where old memories, old stories, old feelings are being cleared out. It is time to do the clearing, to release, to believe in yourself as much as you want others to believe in you. And in 2022, that is exactly what is going on for you, pile number 4. As you are seeking help, as you are looking for help from others, you are knowing, there's a lot I can still achieve on my own. I think is also what's coming up. Maybe the conflict in the past is you haven't believed in yourself. You haven't had hope in what you were creating, or your it's not possibility. You didn't have faith in your ability. Yes, that's what it is. Your ability to make things happen and shape for yourself. Tiger's eye, perseverance. Beautiful crystal, beautiful card, and beautiful energy. You could be working a lot with Tiger's Eye in 2022. It's a beautiful crystal. And yes, perseverance is absolutely highlighted for you here in 2022. You're going to continuously do what you can. Do all that you can to release, to build your faith, to continuously feel hopeful around situations with other people, knowing that eventually your point will be heard, will get across. You will be able to find those next steps that you need to take. Continue to persevere. Continue to show up for yourself. continue to find out what it is that you need help with in order to ask for help. I feel like sometimes you don't need, sometimes you just need to know what you are asking for in order to have that more clarity come in for someone to actually be able to help you. Moonstone is flying out with vision. You are a visionary, and that is awakening in 2022. Pile number 4, your vision is very important to you. Quite possibly you're reconnecting with it. You are interacting with your creativity, with your vision. Again, who can help me? Who can help me tap into my creativity, my vision, without trying to take over it, without trying to put too much of their vision on it too? Like, you're looking for a safe space to connect with yourself, to express yourself, and to relax into your creativity. At the bottom of the deck, we have Labradorite with imagination. Okay, that will be running rampant for you in 2022. Your imaginings will be broad and bright. It feels like you could be a person who is making your living through your creativity, is what that feels like. A visionary. That is what that feels like. Maybe you are an artist looking for someone to display your art. Who can help me? Conflicts arise, and the community is not supporting you as you wish it would. That's okay. Again, the conflict is for a reason. We're gonna look deeply into the tarot and see what it is that this conflict is bringing you, what this challenge or obstacle is trying to teach you in order to connect with your blessings of support, redirection, and perseverance. Let's see what this conflict is bringing you. Pile number 4. You have the 7 of Pentacles, patience. Wow. This conflict is literally bringing you patience. With Saturn's energy here, again, it is not a walk in the park. It is not, with the World at the bottom of the deck, and again, the Saturn energy. Saturn teaches us the hard lessons. It's like, it brings us order. It brings, its own level of stability as well. But sometimes it can be a bit restrictive. So Saturn is trying to build almost like a sequence within you. Not a sequence, that's a bit of a technical term. They're trying to build structure. Yeah, with the patience here, there's some kind of structure coming into your life in the 7 of Pentacles, and it's something that you have been waiting on, are still waiting on. Maybe it's just patience in general that you're waiting on, for things to open up, for things to start moving again, for you to start seeing like the material of your efforts. Like, you're trying to see it come alive. Since you've already put in the work, it's like, okay, so now who can help me? 9 of Pentacles. I know that's right. I know that is right. This is all about your material, your abundance, what you want to create, the luxurious lifestyle that you would like to create for yourself. Pile number 4. And not everyone is going for luxury. They are going for something that's a little bit more than just comfort. It's like refined comfort. It's like, it's your own vision of luxury. It's your own vision of comfort. Okay, so this is exactly what you're trying to manifest, is what I was mentioning earlier in your reading. This 9 of Pentacles is, you are focused on the gain in your life, but Spirit is also wanting you to focus on the releasing aspect. What expectations do you need to release in order to gain? And it's going to take time. It's going to take time. I'm surprised the Knight of Pentacles has not shown itself, but that is also like just the more meticulous, patient kind of card. You also have the Six of Pentacles, okay? The altruism. So much earth. You could have heavy earth in your chart, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, because the first three cards are all having to do with your material, your physical. You could even also be like interested in trying to not necessarily build a new body. I'm not sure why I heard that, but like to take care of your body, your physical self. You have possibly wanted support for this, trying to figure out the best way to be healthy, live a healthy lifestyle, period, but also to have an abundant lifestyle, to be able to afford the healthy lifestyle that you want to live. And again, have felt a lack of support in that manner. You have not found the like-minded individuals or the ones who have already done it. You don't know them quite personally, it is that it could be. So you're just looking for more guidance. And this frustration is building within you. I feel like this is not conflict with anyone else. It does not feel like, I feel like even with the Six of Pentacles, when we normally see it as, this, humanitarian figure giving back to others in need, there's someone here that is going to be coming into your life. They could be an earth sign that is here to help guide you towards the best path for you to take, financially, materially, or physically in general. And that's just for a few of you. But Spirit is saying that there is a source coming in to give you hope, to reconnect you with your faith, to help you relax, to breathe again, to feel the expansion and the abundance that is happening for you in 2022. You also have, oh my God. Oh my goodness. Y'all, you heard me shuffling. You heard me shuffle the whole thing. And the Ten of Pentacles, honey, that's just like the card that you want to have in regards, like in a career and a financial kind of reading. That's just the card that you want to have because it literally is the signification of wealth. Double Virgo here, double Taurus. Again, all earth signs. I actually need to see. And again, Five of Pentacles. What the hell? Every single Pentacle card. Every card is Pentacles. Every card has to do with your earthly material. You are heavily focused on this. This is a new journey for you. And you are so over the worry. Pile number 4. You're so worried. You're so over worrying about the abundance that is already divinely promised to you. Ten of Pentacles is wealth. It is legacy. Okay? It is a legacy. So be patient with your gain. As small as whatever insignificant as you may feel that it is actually adding up to a large abundance of wealth. You are wealthy already. You are wealthy already. And the conflict within you, it's the lack within you. It says, I am not. I do not feel this way. I am not. Again, heavy Taurus, heavy Virgo. Virgo energy could suggest that we are overthinking about these things. So much so to the point that we are manifesting a different kind of worry in our own mind. But our reality is a very abundant one. Okay? So Spirit does not want you to worry. Spirit wants you to actually get into contact with your wealth. Do abundance affirmations. Speak it over yourself. Like you would pray over someone who is ill or sick or emotionally just displaced, it feels like as well. So speak this over yourself like you would speak over someone else, and praise, good things for someone else, or what you are just simply hoping or expecting from your community. Speak it over yourself already. My company is 6 figures, stable, and I continuously have new clients every month. Like, whatever it is that you have to speak over yourself in regards to your specific financial and abundance situation, then that's what you're going to do. That you're going to do what you have to do. This is probably, again, the knowledge that is coming into you with the Six of Pentacles, the patience of learning this, making this a habit, quite possibly affirming yourself habitually, and you turn around, $10 turn into 10,000. It literally feels like the possibility of that is endless, because pile number 4, my camera stops and I'm not really sure at what point it did stop, but I do want to just point out in the tarot again, you have all of the pentacles here, just signifying how abundant that you are, that you have a strong focus on your abundance, your material over your physical. I'm not sure if you caught me saying that as well. And I'm, of course, going to look back and see where we stopped off in the recording. If I need to add anything else about your reading, I will do so in the description. I do want to point that out as well. But you are a heavily abundant being. You have worried about your financial matter. You've probably even worried about your physical as well, as because that is what the Pentacles can suggest, is a heavy focus on the external, something outside of myself. So Spirit wants you to know that you will be receiving some kind of information or guidance, quite possibly heavily from an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, depending. And you are going to be receiving what to do with all the abundance that is coming to you, but also just a reminder that you are a continuous abundant being. You're going to turn around and $10 is going to flip into 100. It's going to flip into 1,000. It's going to flip into 10,000. It's like you don't have a limit. There is no limit to what you can create for yourself in your life. And you are releasing the worry of knowing that you are no longer limited in the 5 of Pentacles. With the 10 of Pentacles here, with your wealth, your legacy showing up, 2022 is a very abundant year for you, especially in regards to the things that you are manifesting, the vision that you're using to create things. I want to make sure I'm touching on all of the things that I just spoke on, but you are a visionary. You are an abundant visionary. This is a time for you to exact the patience that you need in order to make this abundance a reality. Who can help you? You are being placed in situations, it feels like, where people are going to just continuously shower you with thank yous and like thank yous in many different ways, the abundant material kind and just the abundant energetic kind as well. Like being in a very good give and receive type of community and situation in 2022. So a lot of you also could be coming into, contact with soul family, soul ties, like chosen family in 2022. Those who are here to support your goals and your dreams, your financial desires are becoming a reality so that you can share in that with other people without feeling the conflict that you feel of feeling like there is a lack, that you are without, that you do not have support, and that you don't know what is the next step for you or the next direction. So before my camera shuts off again, I'm going to just pull 2 angel number messages for you for 2022. And you have number 11, you have keen awareness of what is happening around you. A strong intuition is your gift and will help you understand the unspoken feelings and thoughts of others. This insight allows you to be a great guide and supporter. You are intuitive. So your intuition is heavily going to be guiding you in 2022. You are very intuitive. You know what it is that others are needing. You have this like awareness of what is happening around you. And so your intuition is so strong that when you receive this abundance, this help that you have been so strongly working towards trying to receive, when you receive it, you will know what to do with it intuitively, and also still having that external guidance as well in the 6 of Pentacles. You also have 444. I am protected. Okay. Trust your journey. Trust the way your life unfolds, and trust that you are where you need to be. At the present moment. You are protected. So 444, Spirit wants you to know whenever you see this number, you are protected. Your protection is all around you. There is, and I'm seeing 444 as I'm recording as well. So doubling up on this message, like there's nothing that you are going to be feeling like you are without. You are surrounded by so much support, so much, like monetary support. You can do the things that you want to do. You can manifest the reality, the life, like day to day. It feels like you're going to have so much more freedom financially day to day in 2022, just because you've been patient, just because you focus on what you already had in the Nine of Pentacles and looking to gain more wealth, legacy wealth, sharing in it with others, releasing the lack mindset in the Five of Pentacles, and giving back to the community, giving back to your true connected community. At the bottom of the deck, we have 20. I am harmonious. You relate to others on an almost cosmic level. You are dedicated to building harmonious relationships of all kinds. You may have the ability to persuade others to your point of view by using gentle means, okay? So not forceful, just gentle, 555, as I'm also recording this. Seeing a lot of those angel numbers, you will be doing that quite possibly in 2022. But you're harmonious. You like to be harmonious in your relationships. You don't like the forceful energy, so that's not something that you practice. And this is also helping you with your abundance. Like you're not trying to force it to come to you. You were trying to just in the past, maybe that's something that you struggle with, but you were just trying to figure out what is my next step. I don't think you like to sit still for too long. And even with this earth energy, you just felt very grounded, like you were stuck and not knowing where to go. But this is opening up for you. So I want you to just breathe and have faith in the things that are turning around for you in your life, materially, financially. So I'm going to look at the divine message, the divine affirmation that Spirit has for you for 2022. You have, the universe works fast when I'm having fun. The universe works fast when I'm having fun. So again, the internal frustration, the internal conflict, it will feel like a lot. It will feel disruptive. It will feel like it's bringing up a lot for you. But when you focus on the positive of this growth, when you focus on the positive of all of the things that are actually showing up for you in your life, again, you have so much abundance and security in order for you to be able to say, you know what, I'm frustrated towards myself, towards this situation. And it almost kind of feels like it's not for nothing, but it is not necessarily aligned. Like you look around and things are actually kind of good, like comparatively from where you have been in the past with the Five of Pentacles even as well. It's like, yeah, I'm maybe a bit uncomfortable because I know that I want more, but my patience and spirit even is telling me, but there is still more to come. Bottom of the deck, when I lean on faith, certainty, and faith, when I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. So this is a perspective shift for you in 2022. You are changing your mind about the world that you see, especially we were just talking about, like, this is where I've come from. Like, I for sure have known poverty in the past. This is where I come from. I know lack even. It doesn't have to be poverty. It could just be lack without. So you are, leaning on your faith. Some of you could be more religious, but it doesn't have to be just a religious type of faith either. Just a faith and trust in the universe, in the alignment of the universe, the alignment that I ended up clicking on this video and Monty's Cheerful ended up giving me this specific message. Alignment, that kind of alignment. Having faith in it, but also like not watching it as well. So I have a message from your higher self. At the bottom of the deck, I will not feel guilty for treating myself today. I so deserve it. So, Ten of Pentacles, baby, if you got it, don't be afraid to use it. Don't be afraid to live in your abundance, okay? You have, when I start loving myself more, the universe will begin to show me abundance. Abundance. Been coming out a lot for the collective, not just you. Pile number 4, when you start to love yourself more, when you start to do the things that you know make your body feel good, make your spirit feel good, if you start to be more attentive in yourself that way, the universe will continuously show you the abundance of why it was needed, why you were meant to do it in that way. You also have, why am I overthinking? I know the answer once I quiet my thoughts, period. A lot of quiet reflection. No need to overthink, especially I mentioned with the Virgo, and I'm not sure if that part is still in here, that the overthinking is quite possible, especially when there's worry over our financial matters. It's very possible for you to overthink the situation. So I'm now going to look, oh, okay. Wow. Do I want to keep all of these? Let's see. Pile number 4. Okay, maybe not. I'm going to put these back. We had the first 2, so I'm going to do those and then we'll do one more. But you have dog or dogs getting together with friends. Okay, so in 2022, again, getting together with friends, supportive friends, the ones who are loyal, because that has a lot to do with the energy of dog in general, loyalty, attentiveness, things like that. So that is a possibility for you in 2022. And you also have ant, work, achievement, and success. We know that that is absolutely the kind of year that you are having because, hello, Ten of Pentacles. Okay, and I'm just going to take these since they wanted to come out. We're going to have more than anyone else anyway. So you have Valley, deep personal strength, and peace that assure even more success. This is a personal valley for you in 2022 that you are overcoming. We have Hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. Yes, and we were getting strong Empress vibes with all of the pentacles, with all of the Virgo and Taurus energy. So taking time, take a vacation physically or mentally. And you also have November. So November of 2022 may be an important month for you. It could be your birthday. It could be the birthday of someone that you know or is important to you. And at the bottom of the deck, there's angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm, highly, highly protected. There is, no one that can go against the will of the universe. There's no one. Of course, we have free will, but they cannot go against the universe in order to harm you. It's more so what I meant. So I'm just going to get 2 quick messages from your ancestors, affirmations for you in regards to your 2022. So you are rising and growing in ways you didn't even know. Trust in yourself and the direction you are going. You are headed in the right direction. Pile number 4, and your ancestors want you to know that that you are going to be shown great grace and abundance as you continuously follow what is guiding you. And you also have, I am so proud of you. You are moving in the right direction and taking the necessary steps to get where you want to go. Recognize how far you've come. So your ancestors really want you to recognize how far you come, where you are, and, embrace your abundance. Live in it. At the bottom of the deck, you cannot let others' jealousy, envy, or doubt stop you from walking your path. You were meant to walk with purpose. Forget everyone else. So if the conflict is internal, if it is external, and with other people and their views and opinions, either way, it has nothing to do with you. Pile number 4 has nothing to do with you. You don't have to worry about it. Keep stepping in your purpose. Keep stepping in your purpose. You are going to continuously be supported and shown how supported you are if you just keep going. if you just keep believing in yourself and have faith in your purpose, okay? I'm so sorry that the camera cut off. I hope that I was able to give you a beautiful message and that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you in another reading. Peace.